Here with Cafe Locked Out, and he's taken the time, well, half of Cafe Locked Out, I should say.
Yeah, the other guy's always late.
Doing what I wish I could do, only better. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me, mate. You know, I'm from a rural area, and I was wondering if you could have some words to some regional Victorians, regional Australians that might be feeling really disconnected and maybe even lost during this time on how to get out off the couch and come to an event like this.
Yeah, I think it's just important to come, if for no other reason than to realise you're not alone. There's lots of people who think like you, and what they're trying to do is divide us and keep you in your home and then hit you with just the mass media, which makes you think you're going crazy because you're thinking one thing and the mass media is saying, no, it's all over here. But then you come to these events and you realise absolutely you are not alone. In fact, there's a lot of people think like you. And yeah, so that's the only thing we can say. We find it really replenishes the soul to come. And I think basically, guys, I really believe it's a fight between good and evil. And they've had much more time to plan it. We're just starting and organising ourselves, but we're very strong. And there's lions everywhere, and we're rising up, and we're going to fight.
If you had some words to maybe some people who are sitting on the fence, you know, that are really not sure one way or the other, you know, whether to join or, you know, stay there, you know, what would you have to say to them to mobilise those people, you know, because the more we have, the better, obviously.
Well, I think the major thing is that there's a few sayings we have that are really working for us. One is you can die once on your feet, or you can die every day on your knees. So that's a choice you've got to make in your own conscience. Two, if you've got kids or grandkids or more, they're getting ready with a factory to make these vaccines so common. We're going to be taking them every 3 months. That's the future. You're happy to comply to, go ahead. If not, you've got to fight. And all through history, people have had to fight for what's right. This is our fight. That's it. And once you stand up, you can't sit back down. Even if you sit back down, there's a fire in your belly and you feel good. So I recommend there's lots of benefits to doing it. And while you will lose maybe friends and some family members, you will gain another family.
You certainly do.
You absolutely do. And sometime in point in history, we'll be on the right side, and everybody who didn't participate will be going, I wish I was in that. I wish I was a part of the movement. So that's a reason to join.
Maybe if you had a message of hope, you know, to some people who might be feeling extra down during this time, you know, to get through it, you know, people who might be on the edge and struggling a bit.
Well, I think one of the greatest things is that when put under pressure, people suddenly rise up and find their strength. I think a lot of people here who haven't been religious, like myself, I was agnostic, are getting more in touch with what God means to them. And I think that's another big thing. It's actually finding out who you are, finding out the importance of your soul, and unfortunately, I have no answers other than if you do stand up, you will find a great power inside you. You!
Him!
He's the organiser for today.
Yeah, I interviewed him.
And I think you will find a great power inside you and a great peace. You know, I find lately I've got a great peace simply through fighting. Yep. You know, so that's all I can offer. Yep. But it's a personal choice. I know it's global, but it's not really global. It's one soul at a time. Absolutely. And yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Good luck.
Thanks so much.